Hello and welcome back to another super exciting episode of What the Buddy and Kreese. We're your hosts. I'm Buddy.
And I'm Kreese.
Yep, we're here for another one, Season 2, Episode 2.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, how was your week?
Very busy.
Very busy,
Very busy.
Yep. It's the holiday season.
Well, yeah, but...
Right.
Well,
it's the most wonderful time of the year. Well, not quite. Thanksgiving still hasn't come.
Well, I'm still putting decorations
Yeah,
up.
you're still decorating. But I've noticed some people are kind of starting a little early on the turning them on. Now, having them up, that's one thing. But turning them on, we got to wait till after. You got to give Thanksgiving its props.
No, because of all the time it's taking, because I have spent 40 plus hours this week building and prepping, and I actually started November 1st because when I closed up shop Halloween night, all the Halloween decorations were down, and November 1st, Christmas decorations started getting pulled out and checked to see if they work and what I was going to
check all the strings and lights.
Yeah. Right. So, I got a good portion done yesterday, but, well, actually all week it's taken me. I got a good portion done yesterday. Right. But I still have more to do.
Well, it would be daunting if you waited till Black Friday to put up your lights.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get them up in time.
No.
You'd be turning them on New Year's Eve.
Well, then there's no Black Friday this year.
That's true. Well, Black Friday is every time. But it's been like that for years.
Well, yeah.
Not that we're getting off on shopping and all that kind of stuff that I
important.
absolutely hate.
But it's important because we need to get going on all of this, and people need to hurry up and get their decorations up because there's too many strange events taking place in this world, which has a lot of people thinking about the end of the world, the apocalypse, and everything else.
Right.
So,
I noticed there's a shortage of toilet paper again.
But you know what? That's not because of the public. That's because the greedy corporations.
Yeah.
No, they've admitted to it. Yeah, they're not releasing from the warehouses. So. All right. So, with that being said, what do you know, buddy, about what's been happening around the world? The strange occurrences that are literally been taking place since mid-spring. That's still going on now.
Yeah, I'm not too in tune with that, as I think I've spoken before. I'm not too in tune on the news, so you'll have to enlighten me.
Well, we need to pay attention to what's going on around the world because, yes, we have our own issues here, but the other stuff that's happening is far greater reach.
Well, I know there's rioting in like New Zealand and Australia because of COVID lockdown.
This is not human-made.
So this is paranormal. Well, you're talking about paranormal stuff.
Well, it could be.
Could be. All right.
So let's talk about the locusts.
The locusts
in Africa.
Okay, they're back, huh?
What's been going on with that?
Biblical.
Do you know?
Throwback. No, I don't.
It is biblical throwback because this is the largest swarm in 50 plus years.
50 years, okay.
They have gone from Africa. They have moved over to India and they're destroying crops.
Oh wow.
So what usually takes about 2,000 heads of cow and 2,500 people to consume that amount of crops in a day.
Right.
So think about how much.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Sure.
2,000 heads of cow.
Right.
And 2,500 people, and what what we would consume, and the cows would consume.
Right.
Locusts are doing that an hour.
Wow. Okay, so this is like this is a gathering of locust factions for some kind of a biblical
Now, and this takes place yearly over there in Africa. The difference is it is spread to India.
Okay.
Where it's gone across the ocean, gone over to India.
Okay.
But this past month, they're now finding them in Argentina.
Oh, wow.
Argentina is being devastated by the locusts.
So we're looking at a possible worldwide in the next few years.
Honestly, at this rate, they went from Africa to India to Argentina.
Yeah.
Within 2 years, they could take over the entire world. However, what's interesting is Brazil is trying to figure out what's going on because the locusts have a dead beeline. Like I threw a bee in there.
Yeah.
They're headed straight towards Brazil right now.
Okay, so they're on target for Brazil.
And Brazil's like, no, and nothing they've tried has been able to stop them or even slow them down.
Wow.
Which is how it usually is with the locusts.
Sure.
They're swarms, I think is what you call them. I was going to call them herds.
Yeah, they're insects, so swarms.
Sure. So that issue is, and they're headed here. They're coming to the United States because look at the research they found up in Washington State with the murder hornets.
Oh yeah, right. Which was
78 queens in one hive.
Wow. That's a lot of queens.
Yeah.
It's more queens than San Francisco.
And thousands and thousands and thousands of hornets assigned to just that one hive.
Wow.
So they're looking at that.
But whatever happened with the murder hornets? I mean, they kind of went away.
Well, no, the media they stopped reporting it.
Okay. So, so
you know how the media is. So now they're looking at that devastation with the murder hornets, and they're shocked as to how that hive system's set up, because it's completely different than the normal hornets, than the wasps, the bees, which have common hive systems.
Yeah.
From what I understand.
Yeah. Usually you have a queen, and then you have drones.
Correct.
Hundreds of thousands of drones.
Not 80 queens.
Not 80 queens.
Hive. Thousands and thousands and thousands of drones.
Probably even close to millions of drones.
Yeah.
And they were big suckers too.
They're very large. Yes.
Large.
So that's a significant issue.
Yeah, no, I have not heard about that. Yeah.
So I mean, especially if it's devastating the crops, and we know locust swarms devastate crops.
Sure.
It's always been that way.
Yeah.
However, the sheer numbers, but then again, 2020 shouldn't surprise anybody.
Yeah, it shouldn't. Yeah.
But the sheer numbers itself,
yeah,
is very concerning.
Yeah.
Extremely concerning.
Right. I'll have to do some research on that, because you don't hear a lot about locusts, because they were centralized mostly to, the cradle of life area of the world,
Correct,
and now
correct.
if they're branching out and all that, that's concerning, because that's part of the biblical plagues, if I'm not mistaken, is the locusts took out our food source, and then there were the boils that hit humans, and then the toads, and there was different waves, and then it ended up just raining for 40 days and 40 nights and flooding the entire planet. So
look at you throwing out the
biblical stuff.
I know,
that I
he's
know.
on it. He is on it today.
That's right. Yeah, so, I got the biblical stuff wrapped up.
So that's definitely concerning.
So that's very concerning. Yeah.
So
very,
that's one of several strange things taking place.
Are we 2020? Are we going to delve into all the biblical plagues today, or is it just...
We're pretty close to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I need to pull it up, because I don't remember exactly. Let me pull the info up, because I don't want to misspeak.
Yeah. We don't want to misinform our viewers.
So I'm going to back up to something I said about the locust. I misspoke. 2,000 cows.
Mm-hmm.
And 350,000.
Yeah, I think you said 25,000.
I did, and I think I'd probably missed 50 and 2,000.
That's a significantly
because I was thinking
amount.
That doesn't. Yeah, it didn't quite. I'm going. Damn, there's a lot of people eating a lot of cow food there.
Yeah. Well, you gotta get the cows fat and eat the cows too.
Yes.
Although not in India.
Yes.
Only in Africa. They don't eat cows in India.
True, but see, there's another thing coming out of Africa.
All right.
Out of the Sahara.
Oh boy.
The dust cloud.
Okay.
Now the dust cloud happens yearly.
Sure.
But usually it stays over there. It's in the atmosphere for a while.
Right. Dissipates after a time.
It's going to hit Texas this week.
Oh yeah.
It has now grown, this dust cloud.
Okay.
And for those of you that don't know, this dust cloud happens yearly. It's caused by the winds and atmospheric
conditions. It's called a haboob, right?
Or now, that is a made-up term by the media.
Is it?
It's a dust storm.
Okay.
We've lived here for how long? Our entire lives.
Yeah,
and then a couple years ago, because people started moving here, and
when I came back from Michigan, we had haboobs and not dust storms.
Well, the weather people needed to sound more important, so they changed it to a haboob. No, it's a dust storm.
Right.
But to get back to this, dust storms in Sahara and the
in the Sahara.
In the Sahara Desert,
yes,
those are specifically caused, and they're the ones that go miles and miles into the air.
Okay,
those are specifically caused due to
walls of dust.
Yes, wind and atmospheric conditions. Over there happens yearly.
Yes,
where
nothing to be alarmed of.
Yeah, here where we're at, California fires, the smoke's coming over. We've had a lot of days this year where it was very hazy.
Very hazy.
So that's the type of dust storm. But the difference with this one is, they've been tracking it. The officials have been tracking it from the Sahara, and it's been over the entire southern Atlantic.
Wow.
And it's been sitting there. Well, now with our weather changes, our season changes,
patterns are changing.
It's now being pushed past the Gulf. It's over the Caribbean as we speak, in those islands. It's going to hit South Texas this week, across the entire Gulf, and then literally cause a coverage over Mexico and South America.
Okay.
Now, they said with it being the season that it is for us,
right,
and the wind patterns changing in the jet streams, that once it stays several days over those areas, it's going to get pushed back over the southeast United States.
Okay. Wow.
So, and what's so strange about this one is it's never been this large.
Right.
It's never that, at least recorded wise, it's been to this level where it's just a huge dust plume.
Okay.
So
wow, that's
why
significant.
again? 2020.
Yes.
Raging like a beast.
Right.
Which is interesting because, look, when we got up here, how many people say, "Oh, what's going on? Oh, why is it dark here? Why? Whoa, is this
right,
storm?"
Right.
And people didn't realize about the fires in California and the smoke coming
yeah.
blowing this way through the jet stream, etc. That's a significant concern.
Now with this,
air quality is going to go to crap too.
Okay,
by the way.
that was going to be my next question, or
okay.
a question if I haven't asked one already.
Gotcha.
I don't recall. I don't have my scorecard with me today.
How dare you?
I know. So this is going to be an atmospheric event for us, or is it going to be groundborne? Are we actually going to smell it and taste it?
You're
just going to see it.
Well, we're used to dust here, so we won't notice it.
Sure.
But Texas will feel it.
Okay.
Air quality in Texas will go to crap. I'm only talking about air quality in the United States.
Right.
Texas will go to crap.
Yeah.
More
and
than
if
what
it
it already
blows
is.
back out to the southeast,
it'll blow southeast.
Florida will get it.
Florida, Georgia,
Alabama,
the Carolinas,
Georgia.
Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana.
Right.
Your favorite place. All those places are definitely going to have poor air quality.
Right. Sure.
So, but then again, when they consider our quality poor when we had this.
Well, I mean, nobody can beat LA for poor air quality, anyways. And we usually get like when the wind's blowing off the ocean.
Yeah.
It blows LA
this way.
Smog and everything this way. So
exactly.
we're used to breathing. It was only during that lockdown did we have a reprieve from breathing horrible air. You know, during the lockdown, all the air quality in all the cities got way better.
Yeah.
You know, so that maybe that might be could be a lesson we learned there, possibly. I know there was a lot of other things going on at the time, but maybe we could think about that.
I agree.
In a larger scale.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to throw the trifecta at you.
Okay, we got the third thing.
So, how many earthquakes do you think just took place in California last week?
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, from somewhere I heard along the way, there's probably an earthquake an earthquake event of some magnitude about every hour. In California.
Pretty good. So last week they had a swarm, 2,700 earthquakes in 7 days.
Wow, that's significant. That's more than one an hour.
Most of them were in the far west side of, it's called the far west side of Death Valley.
Okay.
Is where a lot of them were centralized at.
Oh wow. Okay.
Heavily felt in Nevada. Now they were reporting at high levels, 7s.
Oh wow!
But they've reclassified them to about 5.8.
They probably initial data I think is always kind of hard to interpret until they get everything and then they're able to recategorize. So you're talking 5.0 earthquakes, 2,700 of them in 7 days.
Yes. And they were all about the same. So again, earthquakes have been happening for quite a while now in California. And they keep preaching or telling us, "Oh, the big one's coming. The big one's coming. We're due." Yeah, we're due, but the problem is in California, when a localized big one happens, it's Southern California, Northern California,
San Francisco, LA.
They're all the plates are due.
Yeah.
So it'll be across the entire state.
Wow.
It'll be across the board.
Yeah.
If not also affecting Northern Arizona, Nevada, Utah.
Sure. Well, everything is going to be affected by California having the big one. But
that big one's going to trickle to the other states and be considered the big one too because of just proximity.
Yes.
Alone. So.
Well, you're going to have, and I remember this from Earth Science. I forget the teacher's name that we had for Earth Science in high school, but I'm sure you remember the cat. But he basically explained it, and I never thought we'd ever see it in our lifetime. But as 2020 has showed us, there's a lot of things that I thought we'd never see in our lifetime that we're having to witness firsthand.
Yeah.
But as the gentleman that taught the class explained, that the San Andreas Fault is the most active fault on the western seaboard.
Generally, yes.
But there are faults everywhere. There are faults underneath every bit of ground. that are just dormant because the outer edges are going to make the most noise first.
Yeah.
So I believe that we probably will see a easterly movement of seismic activity.
Well, yeah.
When the big one happens, I mean, I think it's going to be felt all the way up into Maine. To be perfectly honest.
And they've been having small quakes for several years across the country.
And they had
Oklahoma, Pennsylvania,
Michigan had
some.
Yes.
Everybody's
Carolinas
everybody has some. You know, even DC. Well,
they're usually
a few years
random.
ago, yeah, but remember when DC had them a few years ago? It damaged like the Washington Monument.
Yes.
And they had to close it. Was that 5, 6, maybe 10 years ago?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, they had to significant where they had to go
within
back
the last
major
decade.
work.
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, it does happen. So, but what's interesting is after a couple days after those in California, Mexico had one at 7.4.
Wow. Okay. So
Mexico had.
I have heard of a Mexico earthquake.
They do have a lot,
but once in a while. You know, not as often.
More regular than
maybe
the rest of the world.
In recent years because everything's going to hell.
But they're always over a 7 down there.
Yeah.
And it's
significant.
Yeah. And I think a lot of it has to do is location-wise with them being down by the equator.
Right.
And then the volcanic activity down there. And so there's a variety of options. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's the trifecta of the we'll call the new plagues.
Yes.
Of humanity, you know.
Definitely.
That's different stuff. So
see what's going to happen.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just
I wish I had something to contribute other than the couple of little things that I contributed, but
you're fine.
Yeah,
you're here.
But we'll definitely look some more into this. I'll do some research on my own on this, especially the locust thing, because that I see as being the more devastating
impact, long-term
for humans.
Impact,
yeah, especially vegans.
Yeah,
because we're going to wipe out their entire food source.
Of course you did. Very true. Very true.
We could munch on a couple of cows if we had to get by. But
well, just with the way 2020 is, I mean, I still feel like we're being watched.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
I don't understand what that is.
We need to.
Did you feel it before I got here? I'm wondering if maybe Oh, you felt it? Okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, then it's not. I'm glad it's not me because
it goes away after a while though.
It does go away,
but it just seems to reappear. So
so that's kind of strange.
I bet you we're gonna have an answer to that.
I think we will
here pretty soon.
In the next couple of weeks. I think
that's what I'm thinking too. Yeah. So we'll have to see.
Okay.
So. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are excited to get the new season continuing here. Feel free to reach out to us at the WTB&K.
Yeah, on the social media.
And all
Twitter,
the social media locations, Instagram,
social, and Instagram.
All that good stuff. Also, look for the YouTube channel.
Yes.
We have the new
YouTube channel.
YouTube channel is up.
Right.
And then feel free to get a hold of us. You got any questions, comments, concerns, or stories? And otherwise, buddy, pleasure as always.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a Loyal Family and Production Entertainment Joint. Catch you later.
Peace.